Good afternoon, folks, and thanks for joining us. My name is Tim Wheaton with LowKick MMA, and joining us today, he is going to be fighting for $1 million in the PFL finals on November 25th. Braveheart, Stevie Ray, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm good, buddy. How are you?
You know me, hanging out, doing the job. How's everything at home? How's the family? How's the kids?
Yeah, everything's good. I'm staying in the gym through the week, so um, yeah, obviously like FaceTime and the family and stuff. But yeah, I'm just staying in the gym, focusing on training, and yeah, I go home at the weekends. But yeah, everybody's all good.
Oh, no, that's good to hear. Let me ask, a lot of fighters have different philosophies on whether or not they allow their children to watch them fight. What's your thoughts on that? Let the kids watch you fight or don't? What do you think?
Yeah, I didn't mind. I don't think they'll be watching it live because it's obviously it'll be on very late in the morning. So yeah, I mean, obviously depending on how the fight goes, but because you know what, I see them like, if it's all bloody and or yeah, it just probably depends how the fight is. But my older two, I would let them. My wee boy, he's 11, and I have three daughters, 10, 7, and 2. So yeah, well, I wouldn't show the 2-year-old anything to because she wouldn't understand.
No, that's completely reasonable. So it's per child basis kind of policy, right? Now you're going to be fighting
Yeah.
Olivier Aubin-Mercier upcoming here. What's the game plan? How's training coming along? Tell us everything like that.
Just to be honest, just training my arse off. I feel good. I'm ready to go. I'm at the point I'm just fucking wanting to fight. Yeah, there's 2 weeks to go tomorrow. 2 weeks to the weigh-ins today. It's been a long year, as everybody in the tournament will know. So yeah, just fucking wanting to get in there and get it done now. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Next couple of weeks, obviously, I'll sharpen up a little bit more, but get the whole weight cut part. But yeah, I'm good to go, man.
Absolutely. Any beef with the opponent, or is it just business as usual for you?
Nah, it's just business. Like at the end of the day, like yeah, like I've trained with Olivier before and stuff, and I've nothing against him, obviously, but at the end of the day, he's trying to take my dreams away, and I'm trying to take his away. So, yeah, I'm gonna fucking try and beat him up, and put him away. So there's always a little bit of beef because at the end of the day, it's a fight.
No, absolutely, man. Now you're going to be doing 10,000 interviews regarding this upcoming fight. And then after the fight, you're going to do 10,000 more interviews. So I thought, let's do something a little bit different. So I'm a Canadian originally, but a few years back, I moved to Scotland. So let's talk some Scotland, shall we?
Nice.
Tell us first, what is the Scottish Twister? You invented this submission, is that correct?
Well, somebody done it on me like years ago, so I kind of stole it from someone else a little bit. Um, but yeah, I mean, I landed in the gym, and I could submit people a lot with it. So yeah, I just find like when you've got the back control and you've got the body triangle, obviously rear naked chokes always there, but it's quite tough to get the rear naked choke sometimes. So
Mhm.
yeah, I started just doing the twister, or adding that as an attack. And then obviously the way that Pettis turned into me, I managed to, because whether they turn in or if they don't turn in, you can attack. You can choose to attack, or you can choose to counter their like half escape. So
Mhm.
yeah,
No,
pretty
how does it work with naming in jujitsu? It seems like everyone always has a different name for a different submission. Like on a lot of records, it just says modified twister. Who do you actually go to say like, no, it's a Scottish twister. That's the name now. It's mine.
well, I just kind of mentioned it and people's went with it. So I'm the one that done it, and because people were calling it a body lock to start with as well, and it wasn't a body lock; it's a twister. So because I mean, at the end of the day, that's what I'm doing. I'm twisting the spine,
Yeah.
to cause pain in the whole spine, whether it's the ribs, the spine, I'm twisting it to cause some sort of pain. And yeah, just went with the Scottish twister, nice and easy.
Now, one thing living in Scotland that I've struggled to understand is the obsession with IRN-BRU. Can you elaborate for me and people of the world? What's the obsession with IRN-BRU here?
I think just because it's well, it's taste. It's taste. Obviously, some people might not like it, but it's yeah, it's tasty. I mean, it's got all the good, like, it's got all the stuff in it that people like. Sugar. Obviously, there's less sugar in the original now. I think there's like, what is it? There's reduced sugar. But to save the sugar tax or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's just another unhealthy drink, I suppose, isn't it?
Do you drink it while you're working out? I assume it's completely out of the gym.
I don't really ever drink it ever. I don't. Well, I'm not really one for fizzy juice. I just drink. The only thing I really drink is water, coconut water. I like a kombucha now and again. Yeah, I've adapted my body to healthy drinks. So anytime I drink like a fizzy juice, it just makes me feel horrible.
Well, yeah, that's what I was figuring. A professional athlete probably isn't drinking IRN-BRU, but I just wanted to make sure that we're on the same page. Now, I have you can't really see, a Scots dictionary here. Let's quiz you on some Scottish terms and see how much you know. And if you don't pass, you're gonna have to move it. I'm sorry. These are just the rules, man.
No worries, man.
We'll only do a handful of them. What does taps aff mean?
Taps off.
Yes.
Take your top off.
You got it, man. You're awesome stuff. What does Raji mean?
Raji, someone that's a bit mental.
Hey, perfect. Hey, clearly you know your stuff here. What does to bum up mean?
Bum up.
Yes.
Bum up.
We started easy. I thought this one I've never heard anyone say ever, but it's here in the book, so it's official.
Bum up. I'm guessing it means like bummed up, like you're quite disappointed.
Almost actually quite close. To bum up something is to claim that that it's not quite what it's made out to be. It's a little bit bummed up, you know?
Yeah. So yeah, I was right. Right, because I've heard like I'm bummed. Or yeah.
Like a little bit disappointed. It's not quite as good as it should be, kind of thing.
Yeah.
What about wished?
Wished. Shut the fuck up, basically.
Yeah. that you're on point. You know it. What other weird terms from Scotland does maybe the rest of the world doesn't know that you can recall off the top of your head?
There's a few. There's a few obviously Scottish ones, but there's some like names even that like certain towns. Like for example, I'm from Fife.
Yeah.
And Barry. To say something is Barry. Like even my coaches and stuff didn't know what that was. I thought it was a Scottish thing, but it's not. It's only Fife. So if you say they would maybe know about it if they've heard a Fife person saying it. But if I say something is Barry,
yeah,
like it means it was excellent.
I've never heard it, and it's very true that a lot of the Scottish slang is localized. Like Glasgow has completely different slang to Edinburgh.
Yeah,
and Edinburgh,
Glasgow, Edinburgh, Dundee, Aberdeen, Inverness. It's all got its own crazy names with stuff.
Man, and like we were even talking to some people from Glasgow, and they would teach us terms, and then other Scottish people were like, "I've never heard of that in my entire life." And they're not far apart; they're 30 minutes via train. It's a totally different world out there, right?
And we all sound completely different as well. Like Fife, Edinburgh, Glasgow, we've all got really different tones to the Scottish accent.
Oh, absolutely. Some are really nice. Some are no, they're all very nice. I take it back. No, what is the future of Scottish MMA? I came from Canada. I know like what mainstream MMA looks like. Here it seems like people do understand what my job is and what I do, so it's obviously growing. But from you've been on the ground for a lot of years here. What does the future of Scottish MMA look like from your perspective?
Pretty good. I mean, there's a good few decent gyms around in Scotland. I mean, here at higher level MMA, we've got a lot of good guys. And we travel from all over Scotland. Like I travel from Fife, so it's about an hour. Paul Craig's just joined our gym. Chris Duncan, I'm not quite sure what his if he's actually joined the gym but he's been coming in and training. So I don't know if he's quite committed to training here full time yet. But there's him. There's Danny Henry. Obviously, he's had a little bit setbacks and stuff. He's not fought in a while, but they're all three of those are in the UFC. We've got Dylan Took, who's going to go places. I think he's maybe signing with PFL. Yeah, we've got a lot of good guys. Like even Sean Clancy is still an amateur, but beats all the pros up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, we've got a lot of good guys.
So the future's looking bright. It's impressive for a nation kind of that small that can represent itself that well, like Scotland is doing in MMA. It's very good.
Yep.
So who are some of your inspirations that motivated you to get into the sport in the first place?
To be honest, I never really even knew much about the sport at all. I didn't watch it. I knew what it was, but again, I was like any person that didn't really know much about MMA. I just thought it was barbaric. I thought it was two nutters on a cage fighting. I didn't know it was that technical. And yeah, like one of my friends was training at a local place and basically was trying to sell it to me. You know, come along, you'll like it, you'll be good at it. Because I was getting into fights in the street and stuff. I was known to be a kind of typical fighter. So yeah, I went along and trained, and then that's pretty much it. I got hooked.
Yeah, no, it's an awesome sport as well. Now, you're going to be winning the big belt. You're going to be winning the big money. People are going to start looking up to you as they already are. What are some of the advice that you would pass on to the people who are looking up to you?
Sticking at school and get a normal job. Fucking, the fucking MMA is a hard job. Like, don't get me wrong, you gotta love it to hate it. But would I rather be a doctor and make that money? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's got its pros and cons. I mean, MMA is such a fucking hard road to even get there. The amount of people that have the potential to make it but can't because, you know, whatever reason, girls, drugs, drink.
Yeah.
Just it's a very hard sport to do. Like turning up on Friday night, turning up, punching your mates. It's just it's such a weird sport, but you gotta love it and hate it.
Yeah, no, a lot of fighters have kind of said similar things as well. Of like, what if your children wanted to get into MMA? Would you allow them to get into MMA? Would you encourage it, or would you tell them like, no, please don't?
Yeah, I would, but I would like them to do MMA for like maybe self-defense, so they can do it and then stick in at school and get a good job. And but yeah, if they want to pursue a career, then cool. Obviously, it's up to them. It's their bodies, it's their life. But I'd like them to have like a backup. Like with me, I only had fighting, so you know, whether that kind of helped me get to where I am today, because I never had anything else. But yeah, so
Yeah.
I'd leave that up to them, man.
Oh, that's reasonable. All right. Now let's get on out of here. You got a fight upcoming on August 25th at PFL 10. Stevie Ray, talk us on out of here. You get the last word. Shout out who you need to shout out. All that good stuff. Please go ahead, sir.
Just thanks to all my supporters wherever you are in the world. If you're supporting me, I appreciate it. Love you. Thanks to obviously everybody in Scotland for getting behind me. I'm trying to represent our country as well as, you know, trying to do it for myself and my family, but yeah, for Scotland as a whole as well, and the UK. So Yeah, thanks for the support. Tune in. And yeah, I'm gonna fight my arse off, try and win the $1 million and the belt, and and fucking enjoy some pizza after the fight.
Thanks so much for your time, sir.
Cheers, man.
Make sure to subscribe to the LowKick MMA YouTube channel for all the latest news, event previews, and interviews with some of the biggest stars in MMA.